Hello everybody, my name is Algam, and welcome to Spirit Under Deathmark. 2 words, supernatural detective. That's essentially the long and short of this entire series. So let's get into it, shall we? Hey, wanna hit up the karaoke place? The new Love and Hero song is out. I'm not feeling up to it today. This story creeped me out earlier. Do you want to hear it? Oh, sure. You remember Miss Yamaguchi? She wears those big glasses. I heard she's gone missing. What? No one knows where she is? Nope. She just disappeared. Just up and poofed from the library. One of the student librarians said she was researching something there. But then she vanished. But she's super diligent, right? One of the students thought it was weird that she'd up and leave like that. So he checked on her. But when he did... Ugh. The only thing left was her arm. It had a really weird scar on it, so it was definitely her arm. A scar? Yeah, it looked like a dog bite. She showed it to me once. She had no idea where it came from. For real? There was a scar like that on Miki's leg too. Huh? Miki? But wait, that's... the girl who went missing. Yeah. That's crazy. Maybe that rumor is true? The one about the cursed scar. Cut it out! You're scaring me. Ah, and I see we've also got the cursed scar on our wrist there. I hear snatches of an idiotic ghost story. They're speaking seriously, but it's obvious they don't believe a word. They're only killing time. Rumors are the best way to do that. The sun's about to set. It's gotten later than I planned. I shouldn't have stuck around to hear that story. I better hurry. Yeah, nice, hot, and sizzly. Thunder rumbles in the distance. A huge mansion is in front of me. Strange. I'm sure I was just... My vision blurs. My ears are buzzing. My head's swimming. It's almost like I'm drunk. What time is it? I glance at my wrist, but my watch is gone. Did I put it in my coat pocket? What I only find is a business card. In elegant printed letters is a name. Sayakujo, spirit healer. On the back is a photo of the mansion. I guess this must be Kujo Mansion then. Kujo Mansion. Sayakujo. Those names sound familiar somehow. One way to find out. Taking a deep breath, I reach out to knock. I stop when I see something on my wrist. It's a strange scar. When did that... I could just be imagining this, but I feel an icy chill when I look at it. My fist pounds on the door. No reply. A light appears in the second floor window. It's probably too far from the door for them to hear me knocking. I grasp the doorknob and find it unlocked. No point in staying outside. I'll just go in. Apologize to the owner later. Ooh, it's awfully dark in here. The inside is shrouded in darkness. A small beam of light from the window is the only way I can see anything in here. It's dead silent except for the constant ticking of a clock's second hand. I must be in the entrance hall. The atrium extends to the second floor. Anyone home? There's no reply to my shout. Maybe they've soundproofed this place so they can't hear me down here. I guess I need to go upstairs then. The staircase is just visible up ahead. I walk towards it, cutting across the hall. My ears catch a strange noise. I turn to look where it's coming from. Why, hello there. What are you doing sitting here in the dark? Someone's there, enveloped by the dark. I think they're staring at me. Hello. Sorry to intrude on your mansion. Hello? I call out, but the person remains silent. Let's ignore that, okay? I carefully begin climbing the stairs, making sure not to trip. As I reach the landing, the sharp sound of a bell breaks the silence. It seems to be coming from above me. Looking up, I can spy the outline of a clock. I bet that's what's making the sound. It'll die down eventually. I pause and wait for the clamor to end. It doesn't seem to be stopping. Maybe it's broken? Okay, well... maybe we can do something about this, yeah? The noise guides me over. It's an antique grandfather clock. The noise is definitely coming from here. I reach toward the glass to check inside. All of a sudden, it stops chiming. Silence descends, broken only by ticking. I guess it's fixed now, but that timing was a little too spot on. Was it really a coincidence? All these strange occurrences make me uneasy, but I continue on to the room with the light. Stopping in front of the door, I knock. But again, there's no reply. You know, here in America, that's a surefire way to get a first-hand experience of the right to bear arms. I try again, several times, even calling out, but there's still no answer. I push on the door. It's dark inside. Strange. I definitely saw lights on in here when I was outside. What am I looking at there? Wafting through the room is an odd smell. It's sugary, like a ripe fruit. The whole room is permeated with it. Some kind of aromatherapy, perhaps? It's not a particularly pleasant smell, though. The aroma draws me further into the room. The floor under my feet feels off. It's wet. It dawns on me that I'm smelling something else mixed in with that smell. I know this scent. This metallic tang. Woof. Lightning flashes and I catch a glimpse of something. The startlingly grotesque object stretches out from across the floor beneath my feet. Something strange is there. I know it's probably best not to stare at it, but let me get a better look at it. Yep, that's a corpse. It's so bizarre that I can't stop staring. That is quite a funky looking way to go. Blooming flowers are everywhere. They're bursting out of the woman's stomach, her blood-soaked body overwhelmed with them. I wrench my gaze away, horrified. But the hellish image is burned into my mind. I can feel my entire body shaking. Bile rises. I'm going to throw up. Get away from me, demon child. In the next instant, the lights are on. Wait, that's not all. The body is gone, leaving only a stain. This doesn't make sense. It's a bad dream. At least, I'd really much prefer if it was. But the faint smell that remains in the bloodstain crushed any hope I had of that. I beat a retreat from the room in an effort to escape this whole bizarre situation. When I stumble back into the hall, the lights are on in here as well. Well, very fantastic. This is a haunted mansion. I decide to have another look around. All the furnishings in here are old enough to be antiques. They match this old-fashioned mansion. A large doll sits on the couch. This must be the figure I saw in the dark. One would easily mistake this for a human if they couldn't see the ball joints. Would they? I mean, those eyes are kinda big. Probably belongs to the owner of the mansion. So what do I do now? Contact the police? Her stomach is full of flowers, sir, and the corpse up and vanished like a fog. Like anyone would believe that. Yokoso. Welcome to Kujo Mansion. The doll moved. It spoke. A different kind of shudder runs through me than the one when I found the corpse. Up until this point, I was nothing more than an observer to all these freaky events. I could distance myself from it. But now, a doll is talking to me. Have I startled you? If so, I sincerely apologize. My master ordered me to behave as a normal doll until told otherwise. The words are elegant and refined, but her face never moves an inch. She may look human, but she clearly isn't. Well, duh, huh? Of course, the ball joints. You even said it yourself. Oh, well that looks a bit adorable. She slowly folds her hands together, so she can move too. I am sorry for not introducing myself. I am called Mary. You have likely seen a number of oddities here already. I see. My master, Sayakujo, was unable to escape from the mark then. Sayakujo? Does she mean that corpse? But wait, what's this about a mark? Lady Saya was searching for a way to escape the mark. Were you not also called here by her because of the mark on your arm? She must be talking about this weird scar that also has a bunch of weird spiritual crap around it. Did Sayakujo invite me to this mansion? When I try to remember, my head hurts. I have something to tell you in place of my late master. But I would like to ask one thing first. Do you know your own name? Well, that was a much simpler question than I had been expecting. It's... Come on, say your name. I break out into a sweat. My throat is drying up. Why can't I answer? I'm shocked to find I'm coming up blank. I see. Then it is as I thought. Somehow Mary knows what's going on with me. Before I offer an explanation, please decide on a temporary name. Things will go much easier if I have a name by which to call you. It is also likely you will find it hard to remain calm if you are nameless. She's probably right. Better to have some placeholder name than continue life as a hollow, nameless being. Enter the protagonist's last name. Let's keep it all the default, alright? Also, this is some pretty weird button. Yes, Yashiki is fine. Enter the protagonist's first name. Really weird button placements, but... Kazuo. Is Kazuo Yashiki, okay? It cannot be changed after this. Yes. Ooh, we got some customization. Okay, it's kind of bothering me, the key bindings for this, but... I'm going with type 1 because that's the... I believe that's what's on the cover art for the game, so... Is this okay? It cannot be changed later. Yes, I mean, I would have thought that the glasses would be fine and removable, but... I'm Kazuo Yashiki. Understood, Lord Yashiki. Now I shall explain to you about the mark. It is the seal of death. Those who have it will soon die. Well, thanks for giving me hope, Mary. You do not believe me? I am certain this sounds absurd to one who has led an uneventful life. However, my master's death proves it to be irrefutably true. The corpse's sweet stench comes back to me. That didn't seem like the work of humans. I am afraid that the horror of the mark does not stop there. Victims slowly lose their memories until the day they die. They face death, all the while suffering from the terror of losing oneself. Memory loss? That can't be. That mean that I'm... Yes. The fact that you have forgotten your name proves that death is coming. Lord Yashiki, you will die this very dawn. Well, okay, that's Deathmark, everybody. Glad to have played this game. Very creepy atmosphere. I like the aesthetics and the art. My memory skipped forward a bit after that. I just remember being completely stunned at what Mary revealed to me. I can probably attribute it to the memory loss caused by the mark. The next thing I know, I'm lying in a guest room in the mansion. I vaguely recall dragging myself up the stairs and coming here. I must have fallen asleep at some point, and thanks to that, I feel a lot better. I'll die at dawn, huh? I try saying it out loud. It's definitely shocking, but I can't say it feels real yet. It doesn't make sense. Way out of the blue. But if it's true, is waiting for my untimely death the only thing I can do? It might be a good idea to ask Mary more about it. I find Mary sitting in the same exact spot as before. She hasn't moved an inch. I doubt a doll gets bored waiting like humans do. Good morning, Lord Yashiki. Are you feeling better? I feel much better now. That is good to hear. Since it appears that you have calmed down, I would like to ask a question. What will you do now? I can guide you down only 2 paths. The first is to wait for death. The second is to fight the mark. Can you help me? If that is what you wish, yes. My master was researching the mark. A few days prior to her death, she found a way to escape it. Regretfully, she passed away before she was able to inform me. So she doesn't know anything after all. There is some time yet before dawn. You have a slim chance. Salvation is a thin thread dangling from heaven. With that, you would grab hold of it. I shall do my utmost to help. What will you do? I guess it boils down to whether I trust her. If she's right about all this, my time on Earth is up at dawn. If I don't want to die, then there's no other choice but to resist the mark until then. If she's lying, I'll be fine when morning comes. But am I really alright with that? People are being killed in nonsensical, grotesque ways. Am I going to turn a blind eye to it? I mean, it's a ghost. What can I do about it? A spirit. This is a life or death decision. I need to think about it carefully. I kinda noticed that there is a few bugs here and there. Deadly choice. You'll be faced with choices that can result in death. There is limited time, and your soul power will continue to drain. Time's up, or wrong... Time running out or wrong answers will result in game over. So be quick, but also careful in finding the right answer. Restoring soul power. Completing a daily choice will restore some soul power. Accelerated dialogue. Okay, that's just the speed of the dialogue, but certain dialogue cannot be sped up. Backlog, yes, yes. Okay, you don't need to tell me about simple stuff like that, okay? Hiding the dialogue window. You can hide the dialogue window by pressing X. Oh, that's really convenient for coming up with thumbnails. Then I shall ask you, will you quietly wait for death, or struggle against the mark? The choice is yours. Well, there is multiple endings, so I'll purposefully choose the wrong answer here. Wrong. Then you meekly accept your death by the mark? Yes. I'll accept my death. Is that so? Then please rest here in the mansion until dawn. Good night. Game over. Okay, not from the beginning, of course. Wait, game, why would I want to start over from the beginning? We'll fight this mark. And put an end to the madness. Apparently, I mean, our main character seemed to imply that he was going to fix this whole mess. I have decided to trust you. As you say, Lord Yashiki. Then I shall carry out the dying wish of my master and aid you. I cannot do much, but feel free to request anything you wish of me. Well, you better be useful. I'm gonna die here. I made up my mind, but that doesn't mean I know what I should do. I know squat about the supernatural, and losing my memory makes research impossible. But I don't have a moment to lose. A knock comes from the front door. Who'd come here this late at night? At this time of year, at this time of day? Oh my, what a sign of fate. It seems that other mark-bearers have arrived. Is it instinct that she knows these things? Maybe she has some kind of mysterious power, being a talking doll and all. I beg your pardon, Lord Yashiki. I do apologize, but could you go greet our guests in my stead? They may experience a shock if a doll such as myself welcomes them. Moreover, while I am able to move my arms, I am unable to walk. That doesn't make sense. You can move your arms, but you can't walk? Whatever. I moved to the front door to greet our guests. People fated to die, like me. I wonder what they're like. Who I find at the door are not who I'd expect to see out this late at night. A high schooler and a small boy. These kids have the mark? No way. We came to see Professor Kujo? Who are you? I can't say I'm a total stranger since I am here in the mansion. I'm her disciple, yes. Okay. She's got so much spiritual power, it's no surprise she'd have disciples. She seems to know Sire Kujo. And I think about it, The business card did say spirit healer. Going off this girl's accessories, I get the feeling she's a huge occult fan. I'm Moe Watanabe. I'm here to talk to her about this article she wrote in Oop Arts Monthly. She pulls an occult magazine out of her bag. Inside is a picture of the mark. The accompanying article says the scar is a soul-inhibiting disease that erases memories. Inquire at Kujo Mansion. This is the same scar, right? Moe lifts her skirt up a bit to show me her leg. Right there on her right thigh is the mark. I think I know what the article means by erasing memories. I've been super forgetful lately. I'm even blanking on my friends' names. That's never happened to me before. Do you think this scar's doing it? That article is obviously bogus. The young boy scoffs. Even kids know better than to believe in ghosts or curses these days. And a high schooler fell for it. You must feel embarrassed about that. Wow, we got quite the attitude on this runt. But, Tsukasa, weren't you hanging around in front of the mansion's gate? Fess up, your scar scares you. Tsukasa seems to have no retort to that. He silently sulks. Looks like a bullseye. It's clear they're both mark bearers. I better bring them over to meet Mary. Moe shrieks excitedly when she gets close. Oh my god, it's so cute! It's a doll, yeah? I've never seen one this big before. The craftsmanship is so detailed. It's almost like it's alive. Well, funny you should say that. They're both admiring her when... Yokoso. Welcome to Kujo Mansion. What? It spoke? With that, the two new visitors join our number. They enter this monstrous world that hovers on the precipice of death. Mary tells Moe and Tsukasa about the mark once they regain their composure. All about the steady memory loss and their imminent death. It sounds like a ridiculous story, but it gains validity coming from someone like her. Both of their faces pale. Now, if you came specifically here because you believed Lady Saya's article, you must have already experienced the pain of losing your memories. Moe admitted as much earlier, but I can see Tsukasa's face darken. So it must be happening to him as well. Hey Moe, I'd like to confirm something. Where were you when you got the mark? My amnesia seems to be worse than theirs, so they might remember. I'm not positive, but I think my mark might be a curse from Hanahiko. Hanahiko? This name is familiar to me. He is the ghost the resident children of this town whisper about, correct? My master was interested in him. So Sayakujo was curious as well. Could be connected to the mark somehow. I'd like to hear more about this ghost. As you wish, Lord Yashiki. Then I shall tell you the rumors of Hanahiko. Oh, now that is just delightful. Oh, did you hear? About that ghost boy all the schools in H City are talking about? Sounds like Hanahiko is back. I heard that he can appear if you peek in a school mirror at night. He'll ask you something. Am I pretty? If you tell him no, you'll be fine, but if you say yes... Give me that red stuff, then. And then he just disappears. But that's not all. Hanahiko hates adults, you know? I heard that if the person he asks is an adult, they'll die. And not just drop dead. Their blood is drained from them, like Dracula. And next to the corpse is a single rose. A rose dripping with blood. Rumors can easily be manipulated. Passing from one person to another, assumptions and errors mix in. But they also hold a hint of truth. Miss Moe, do you know anything else? I think I probably got my mark when I was investigating Hanahiko at H Elementary School. This has got to be some sort of clue. I should ask her more about it. Why were you there in the first... Well, I guess if she's an occult freak, she would know. She would be there, so when did you notice it? I noticed it later in the bath. A strange scar was suddenly on my thigh. It really surprised me. I realized immediately that it had to be what Professor Kuja wrote about. What should I ask next? Okay, was Hanahiko there? I don't think so. But I can't really say for sure. I went to the mirror. A shiver suddenly ran down my spine. I got spooked and left. Well, okay. My big dream is to write about the occult, so I'd love to see a ghost. I found this article in the magazine mentioning Hanahiko was there. I figured in that place it'd be easier to sneak in than a regular school, since it's been closed down. I think I have a handle on what happened. No way to know for sure about the ghost, but there's no denying she had the mark after returning home from H Elementary. And then maybe... Tsukasa glances down at his left hand. Mine might be from Hanahiko too. I noticed it after I got home from T Elementary. That ghost was seen at a lot of schools in H City, right? Maybe he's remembered something. I better ask him some questions too. Did you see Hanahiko? No, and I didn't get chills or anything either. Oh, but I think I passed a mirror. I went to the bathroom before going home. What should I ask next? T Elementary. I go to school there. You've probably heard of it since it's the top-ranked elementary in H City. Okay, well that's an irrelevant question, I guess. When did this happen? Maybe around sunset? I was heading home until I realized I forgot something and turned back. I don't think he knows anymore. The stories are pretty similar to the Hanahiko rumors. It can't be just a coincidence. You must investigate the places where Hanahiko appeared. For their sake, as well as yours. That's all well and good, but... what exactly am I investigating? Death and life coexisting. If the mark originated there, then a way to erase it will also be there. You must find it. Find the key you need to break the mark's curse. That is the only way to escape. And all of a sudden, a huge burden was dropped on my shoulders. It seems that Hanahiko appeared at 2 schools. Where will you investigate? Well, I mean, the obvious answer is H Elementary, but... What about T Elementary? What? Are you serious? A lot of weirdos are around lately, so security is real tight at night. You're clearly suspicious looking. You'd be arrested in a hot second. That's not nice to say, but she's right. It'll be safer to sneak into H Elementary. Wanna get going then? Let's do this. Wait, you're coming too? Of course. I haven't given up on seeing Hanahiko yet. She grins at me. Is she really strong, or is this blind optimism? I'm going too. Hey, not you two. Seriously? My life's on the line here. I don't want the reason I died to be because you messed something up. Okay, that's pretty bold. Good thing you're cute. But to bring kids along with me is... I understand your hesitation, but the mark does not discriminate, stealing lives of children and adults. If they wish to fight their fate, you should honor that. I suppose human logic doesn't fly when dealing with the supernatural. We'll need to prepare ourselves for the worst if we're going to survive. Please take only one mark bearer with you, however. A large group will increase the odds of you being detected by spirits. Wouldn't there be a bunch of spirits around us right now? I'll ask that you do not waste time dawdling with others on the way. It is possible unnecessary contact may hasten the effects of the mark. Only engage when absolutely necessary. Keep contact with others to a minimum. Have a safe trip. That doesn't make sense, alright, but whatever, it's spiritual crap anyway. First, select a mark bearer. Do this in the partner menu. Oh yeah, hey mister. Don't you think it'd be a good idea to take notes on what Mary's told us? Your memory's getting worse all the time. We don't want to forget anything. I don't know when I'll lose my memory again. I'll write down all the information I get and keep it in my file. Something in it might just save our lives at some point. Nice. Spirit file. Okay, that's where all of the important stuff goes, and I need to consult the bag. Saving and loading. Save at the mansion or haunts. Return to the title screen from the bag to load. Then choose continue. Well, I think that's a good place to stop.